but it's the old fella back of New Era, old Mr. B, or whatever you want to call me. Right. Okay. Now, this is a reaction to Passcode, Flavour of Blue. But it's not just me. The gentleman over there on my left, or your right as you're looking at it, Axe Japan. This we do together. Now, this was more of an experiment, but it hasn't quite turned out quite how I wanted it to. So, when we do the reaction, you'll see us at the start talking, but when I do the reaction, it's actually the full screen of what we're reacting to, so you can't see us. So, I've done something about it, but this is work in progress, shall we say, until I can sort of get it right. And I'm still learning about how to do all these things and everything else. But anyway, so I've come up with some idea of what to do and how to do it. But anyway, we'll get on with this. So it's so now it's over to the reaction. Thank you. Well, it's the old fella back. This time I've got Axe Japan with me to keep me under control. So don't get too carried away. We actually got
the restraints on.
Passcode. We're going to react to Passcode, Flavour of Blue. Sorry, I'm wearing red. But
I had to think of that.
But this is one of Axe's favourite bands, I do believe.
They're up there, yeah.
What?
I've been holding off watching this like all day because it's been in my feed, and I thought it'd be fun to do together.
Yeah, but also they weren't in your top 5. I did comment on that.
Yeah, but they didn't release an album this year.
I don't know.
Yeah, it was top 5 albums. They did release a live album, but that doesn't count.
Oh, so, live album don't count. Oh, okay.
No,
okay.
No.
Okay, that's fine because everybody seems to think I'm supposed to know like about all these different bands, right? And obviously, I know obviously certain bands, but because I've reacted to nearly 1,700 now, so it you sort of can't keep up with them all.
Yeah, of course.
But it's all good fun. It's all good fun.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, this is brand new, so it's exciting.
Okay. Well, for some people, I suppose. When you get my age, not a lot excites you. It's one of it's true. What was it? I was doing something, and someone's all these getting really excited. They all look at me. Well, what's wrong? I'm old. You just don't, do you?
I'll have to use that excuse.
Right. So anyway,
let's see if this works.
Yes, hopefully. This is an experimental thing. Anyway, what I'm going to do is, I forgot now. Yeah.
Share screen.
Yeah, that's it.
And
that's right. I've done that. All I've got to do is right. Okay, so I'm putting this up. There we go. That's the one. Share screen. There we go. And TikTok.
Let's rock.
There we go. Let me just. There we are. We're back.
We're back.
Right. Yes.
Nice.
So I can take them off now. I hate wearing them. Right.
I could do that actually.
Well, all I can say is, all of a sudden they went poppy at the end.
Oh, they always did. Well, that's the thing. Well, what did you like it?
Well, first of all, they've obviously listened to me and they put a band there. And secondly, yeah, I did like it, but I mean, I didn't know an SG could sound like that on its own.
It kind of depends on the pickups, really. But
no, come on, I've had SGs, and you know, but
oh, fair enough.
But what I'm saying is, I think the band's just put there to sort of because shut me up. I mean, it's very good, but. The poppy bit spoilt it for me. I nearly started joining in, you know. I thought very nice. But I mean, great sound. They've always got great sound. I've always said this.
The production on their stuff is just on another level, I think.
But then there's all the auto tuning and stuff going on.
Well, that's always been part of their sound.
Yeah, but
yeah.
I don't need auto tuning. See, I was doing that before it was even invented.
I thought that was great because I feel and to be honest, they've always had the band. Like when they play live, they do tend to always have live band, which is
yeah.
It's nice to see them like properly in the video though.
Who's the other band where they have just the guy with the laptop with the flipping fox hat on or head or whatever?
I don't know.
Because
I don't know.
And I'm thinking, well, that's karaoke, then, isn't it?
Well, yeah, I guess. I mean, a lot of the idol groups, they will play with just, it depends. It kind of just depends on like how big they are. Because I think for Passcode now, like it just depends on the gig. Because they'll do gigs with just the backing track and stuff. But I think the proper tours and stuff, they'll use a band.
Because you see, I'm going to compare them now to the hologram. Miku.
Yeah.
Right. She has a proper band behind her all the time.
Mm-hmm.
No laptop. And that's a fake person.
Yeah.
So, and this is going the other way around, isn't it? Mm-hmm. It's like, okay.
Well, like I said, I think for the bigger gigs, they definitely do have the live band. But like I said, it's nice to see them in the video. The thing is with the Passcode song, I feel like, I mean, for those who know Passcode, they'll know what I'm talking about. But when they released the sort of the first proper album, Zenith, like I felt like that was like such a good album. But I feel like since then their stuff has kind of stayed quite samey, and like I felt like it got a bit stale.
Oh right.
Because it was just more of the same, you know. They didn't really change much. I feel like there was a lot more interesting stuff going on in that song.
Well, yeah, there's a lot going on.
Passcode have always been about like there's like changes. Like it's just one thing after another.
Yeah, we see. What I imagined there was them being live and thinking about the poor person round the back having to switch all the voices over.
Yeah.
Because I mean, a lot of bands nowadays, they don't have the pedals in front of them. The guitar techs in the back doing it.
Yeah, they do it. Yeah.
And I'm thinking, oh, it must be a nightmare.
Well, yeah, you would think that, but I think because of the type of band that they are, and the amount of electronic stuff going on in the background, like they'll guaranteed they'll be playing to a backing track, so they should be able to program all those changes like automatically. So it might not be as hard as you think.
Cheat.
Yeah, kind of. But I've covered like I think I've done like 3 Passcode songs now, and like just remembering everything, like remembering all the changes and stuff. That's like, you know, I give the band props because like to be able to remember like all the changes and all the songs and stuff, you know, I struggle.
I mean, yeah, live they're going to be entertaining, that's for sure. You know, but I've always said this. I'd sooner have them been playing their own instruments.
I know. It's just you know, it's the Japanese idol thing. You know, it's just different. You know, it's way more accepted over there than it is here. And
Anyway, see,
my view is, if it sounds, it's still music at the end of the day. If it sounds good and you get a feeling from it, then what does it matter really?
Yeah. Oh, well, I was watching Rick Beato earlier, and he's on about because he did, recording that, and about how they kept changing the drums so they're spot on, and it's took all the feel out of it, and everything's compressed and all that. I totally agree with him.
I agree up to a point, because it just depends on the type of music. Some music would suit that, but others wouldn't.
Well, he's set in his ways. He doesn't know much about what's happening in Japan, but no, I mean, overall it's good. Like I always say this, right? If it's entertaining, I don't care what genre it's from. Right? They are entertaining for sure. They are for sure. And
there's the new singer, the growler, Emily. Like she's the one that came from Lady Baby.
Oh right, yeah, I know Lady Baby.
Because the little screamer, she was tiny. She left. So she they replaced her with that. And like, I'm actually a big. I think she really suits the band. I think she's slotted in like really well. I think it's.
But that's it. Sometimes it takes a while for a band, if you like, to get the right. I mean, I think like Bridie now, they're settled, and they've been through a few. I'm
actually wearing my Bridie t-shirt today. So.
Oh right.
Ironically, but yeah, no, I know what you mean. But I think they were quite. I think it's weird though, because there's a lot. There's so many Japanese idol groups that have especially the alternative idol groups that have like a growler. There just seems to be like an abundance of like little Japanese growlers. It's just like they can just like cherry pick the best ones really.
Why do they call them idol groups? Because the word idol means to me is they're lazy.
No. It's like,
and I'm joking.
I'm joking. Like a like a pop idol. But yeah, like I guess I don't know what it's just. I guess the definition of like what I find the definition of like the idol groups are is like multiple singers, or just like pop singers. I guess like a normal idol group wouldn't have a band, but like I think the alternative ones, like just depending on like how big they get, they can start incorporating like the live band. Because I mean, Baby Metal started as an idol band, but then they weren't like really considered an idol group because they didn't do the things that normal Japanese idol groups would do. Like they wouldn't really do meet and greets and stuff, which is like a really big part of the whole idol thing in Japan. Like they will always do like meet and greets and stuff, like send photos and stuff and things like that. So yes.
Oh yeah, I've seen them doing that.
Yeah. So a lot of it is not like really to do with the music. It's sort of how they interact with people and how they are really.
But the difference, if you like, from pop idol bands from here and Japan is vast, because I mean they are poppy over here compared to them. They've got some grunt behind them, Well,
that's the thing. There's almost like two different, because they have their normal pop idols, the ones that are really poppy, but then they have this whole like alternative scene, which we just would not. Can you imagine if like one of those? If you can imagine if like Passcode went on like Top of the Pops here, like it would be like, or like a band like that.
Oh, I'd love to see him turn up on X Factor or something like that.
It'd be amazing. Yeah, it'd be so funny.
Oh, I'd love to see Simon Cowell's face. Oh,
yeah.
But it'd be nice to see somebody that actually sort of goes, yeah, wow, support them.
Yeah, exactly.
But this is the trouble. They get so set in the ways, it's all about money. We know this. It's all about money at the end of the day. What'll make us money.
I mean, a lot of these idol groups, they're all owned by the same management, and they that's the other really weird thing about these idol groups, is that they will interchange members all the time. And like when some members just get too old, they just like replace them with new ones. So they're constantly changing lineups.
No chance for me to join one then, is there?
Yeah. I think with Passcode and stuff, I think they've got to that level where they're kind of like almost considered like a proper band now. You know, it's
right,
weird.
right.
I don't think they would never like interchange the members like that. Plus, they're a lot older than the really young ones. So
well, you don't know. You can never tell with them. They all look young to me.
Yeah, I mean they're obviously still young, but not like super young. So.
Well, it depends. I mean, you know, they seem to age better as well. So you look at one, you're thinking, well, how old are you? You're thinking about 18. Now I'm 30. What? You know.
Well, look at how old were Baby Metal when they started? Like Sue Mel was 12. And Huey and Moa were like 10. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. It's good though. I mean, but this is the thing. We don't get a lot of that over here. I mean, I've just reacted to the doing Revere because they Nemophila, Saki and Hazuki did a thing and wanted people to copy it, and she's done Hazuki's parts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw that too. Yeah,
she's only 10.
Yeah, amazing.
Right. Well,
shall we wrap up this video?
Yeah, I was just going to say that. Just took the words straight out of my mouth. Yeah. Right. Okay. So it's. Well,
let us know what you think, everyone.
Yes. Go on. Get some comments down there below, because this old fella's saying like they don't play their own instruments and stuff like that.
Yeah. Let's start the idol debate.
Yes. We're going to have an idol debate. My idea of idol is. I ain't doing it today.
I'm going to debate.
Yeah, right. Okay.
So
I'll stop recording here.
Okay.
Yeah. Bye for me.
Bye.
Yeah, hang on. Yeah. See, I've had me bit of fun there. I did some bits and bobs in, but excuse me. This is a work in progress. But it was done sort of more for fun, and we'll see how it goes, and then I'll probably do some more in the future. I am trying out new ways of doing things and different things. Some things didn't work originally when I set it up. Things worked, and then they didn't work, and oh well. Anyway, I had fun watching that, and anyway, I just like to thank everybody for all the comments and the support and everything else. So thank you so much to everyone. Thank you. And of course, please stay safe. And this old fella will be back with whatever I do. Bye for now.